Another one of my drawings that I did. This is going to do to get more or less the face. Continue with your art and how you want your face to be. I mean, just because it's a Loomis, you could always make it either narrow the face or you can make the face round. It all depends on how you want your face to be. I usually do it like this. And then I'm not going to erase that because I got to do the eyes there, the nose here, the mouth here. So I'm just going to kind of erase the surroundings. Because the rest I need to do the eyes and all that stuff. And if you want to draw in some ears, you could do that. It's up to you. This one I'm going to make curly hair on it. That's why I have the hair kind of all curled up. Yeah, so I don't need this part. See, I erased some of the face. That wasn't supposed to happen. But it's okay. I could always put it back. It's not a problem. I'll see how it's turning out as I do it. Yeah. And then I draw the face, the eyes, and so it's not that sharpened, but that's okay. I'm just gonna do the eyebrows here. Eyebrows around that area of that line. I know some people would do the eyebrows with the hair coming in like that, but I don't do it that way. I like the hair coming in like this. Then I do the eyes. I don't want to make the eyes too big because that's what I always do. I make eyes really tremendously big. I got to start learning how to make eyes smaller because they're really smaller. They're not so big. Not the way I make them. Oh, my girlfriend was telling me, your eyes are too big. What are you doing? So I love big eyes. Yeah. Now you could do the pupil there. I'm going to do it there. That one's hitting a little lower. You can make this one a little lower, but I'm going to measure it anyway just to make sure that it is the right size. And then the nose, I just do like this. That could be the nose, or it could be better than that. I could do it better than that. Like I remember the lips, the end of the lips, in the middle of the eyeball is the end of the lips. This one's a little bit too high, low there. So I may just go like this. Just to kind of change it a bit. I like to make different expressions, you know, when it comes to the face, the lips, or whatever. So now I'm just going to erase all the lines. Yeah, exactly. But I think it had more to do with probably watercolor hair. I don't know. She's going to have pretty curls, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to do curls with black, with the color black. See if I can find some way of making the hair look real curly. This ink dries so fast, so you gotta be careful not to put too much ink, but you can't put too little either, because then it doesn't glide or move around the way you want it to. Don't want it too close to the face, so. Someone was asking me what paints I use. These are all mostly Arteza. And I have a little one that is like new colors, but that's like skin color. And that one is from Jerry Artarama. So that's this little one here. Has a lot of like new color. New and U. The E colors. Nude color. To go with the new body. I'm trying to create some curls in there. I like it when it looks kind of fuzzy and curly. It dries up all curly. You look like a church lady. I'm going to try to get the colors together for the eyelashes, and I got to get a smaller brush. This brush is not, it's too big for eyelashes. I mean, I could use the point because it's very pointy, but then it has other hairs sticking out that can make it one big old mess, and I don't want to do that. There you go. Okay, I'll be back. Save him.
I don't know, Ted. What do you say to something like that?
You know, Jillian is just so chilling to hear that young child. That young child, as many of the children that was on this scene, are going to be traumatized by this incident the rest of their life. But let's just look at what happened here. This was a planned, targeted, cold-blooded killing.
These kids are gonna need therapy for quite a while after this. That's so terrible.
When you think about it, when he in that mess, I think you're going to find as part of the investigation that he has some familiarity with that Catholic school, when they were going to have mass, and how he could bring about shooting as many and killing as many as he possibly could.
Paul, I said it earlier in the show. I mean, this bears some striking resemblance to the Nazi pogroms that they carried out in occupied, parts of France and other countries in Western Europe during World War II. Outside of that, I have not personally been exposed to anything like this. What do you make of the idea that, this was an indiscriminate shooting? Do you think that what we know at this moment, which is that he fired from outside the church, substantiate that? The sticks, hopefully he can give us an update, but Paul, talk to us until he gets there.
Well, look, one of the things that we can definitely go to, as Ted says, is that this was quite targeted. There's some reporting out from the New York Post and other outlets that perhaps he had a relative who worked at the school at some point. These facts are all going to emerge, but let's just say that it almost certainly was not an accident that he went there. And what came to my mind, we said it earlier when Bill Militia and I were on the air together, was the Nashville event. We had far fewer facts at that point, but this bears a lot of resemblance to that. And we very well may find, as part of the manifesto or whatever comes out relative to this thing, that he is inspired or was inspired by that. He's a copycat. And we have to be mindful of that going forward, because let's just make sure we're all cognizant that copycats exist.
So Governor Tim Walz there is now on scene along with the mayor, other city officials in Minneapolis, first responders on the scene there at Annunciation Catholic School and Church. We got a heads up that the governor might be addressing this morning's tragedy imminently. He is now there. Any elected official, you saw him there hugging the mayor a moment ago, who gave pretty passionate remarks earlier this afternoon, seemed deeply affected by everything he had heard. Let's listen to the governor.
Certainly a day and a news conference that no one wants to be at. Of the Attorney General and the Vice President expressing their deep condolences amongst the horror that happened in an